Yo, so I wanted to do a little video just talking about the new album that I dropped at the beginning of this month on the 1st of May 2020. It's called Tha Mastapeace, and so far I've been getting really good reactions on it, good responses. People seem to be digging it, which is good. I probably started this project around about December 2019 and had it just about finished by mid-April, finally posting on the 1st of May. So yeah, it's 15 tracks, as you will know if you've checked it out. Opens with Welcome to the Masterpiece, just welcoming people to the album with a pretty mellow vibe. Actually, let's put it on for a minute. Pretty mellow, so it's just my laptop speakers at the moment. Pretty mellow vibes kicking into the album, just explaining from the get-go what I'm about and that I do American style rap, because that's what I like to do, rather than rapping in a UK accent. But yeah, I was pleased with that track and the way it turned out, and it opens the album nicely. I'm only going to play a little bit here. Then we'll goes into All I Need, which is more of a sort of politically themed track. The whole album is a bit more politically themed than previous. Well, it's a lot more politically themed than previous stuff I've done. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a politically minded person normally, but just over the last year, I had a lot of stuff going on in my head that I felt like I needed to express in this album, so that's kind of the way that it's ended up coming out. So yeah, so track 2 is All I Need. Talks a little bit about what's going on and my thoughts in general. And then we kick into Exhale, which is more of a chilled out vibe track, which I quite dug. This one. This was actually one of the first tracks I got done for the album, actually. Not the first track, but one of the first lot. Because I remember playing my buddy K-Fly the first 5 tracks when he come over just before Christmas, and this was one of them, and he really dug it because it's the first time I've actually experimented with using the vocoder as well on an album, which I never bothered with it before, but it's because I didn't really know what I was doing with it. But I've gained a little bit of experience in using it now, and so I decided to incorporate it on this album. I didn't want it to sound like what a lot of people consider mumble rap, because that just ends up sounding like everything else. But I used it where I felt it enhanced the songs rather than just using it for the sake of it. So no, I was pleased with how this track turned out because I thought the verses were solid and the hook's nice, and it's the combination between the vocoded vocal and the regular vocal, like a call and response. So I was quite pleased with that. Goes into View from the Bottom, which is kind of a somber sort of track. I can't even really explain what prompted this track. It's just kind of a just straight verse, just kind of serious, talking about it uses some kind of Egyptian metaphors in it, probably because I just finished reading Pyramids by Terry Pratchett, Discworld books. I'm quite heavily into Discworld, and I think some of that imagery came into this track, like the idea of a pharaoh in a tomb, and he gets to the other side and realises it's not quite how he thought it was going to be. So I think that's where View from the Bottom came from. It's a short, sweet track, but I quite like the way it sounded. And that goes into Mind Prison, which is another really mellow track, and it's kind of just another sort of somber mood track, just about the state of mind I was kind of in at the time when I wrote it. Again, these last three actually, was 3 of the first collection of songs that I wrote for this album. But yeah, I loved the instrumental and just thought it was really just mellow as, and it had a good sort of feel to it. And I dug the way it was sounding, and just came up with some more serious somber lyrics for this one because I felt it was more real. But yeah, no, I like this one. goes into track 6, bit of a mellower track. This track for me feels more like the songs that I did on Escapism, just kind of like a little tale of like a random fleeting romance on a holiday. It's kind of a fantastical, like fantasy track. It's not actually about real events, but I just like the way it flowed. But just kind of chilled. It feels like being on the beach or something, or just at the, on the dock watching the waves roll up. It's like pretty mellow. So yeah, Moonlight Serenade, quite like that one. Goes into a track that was conceived from a conversation over Twitter with a rapper from Durban in South Africa who's called Mondli Wendlibi, and made friends with him over Twitter, and he suggested collaborating, which I thought was a great idea after hearing him because he's brilliant. And so yeah, man, so Money was conceived out of a chat with him about what we were going to rap about and what beats we were going to use, and that's ended up really nice, and that's had a lot of good response. I think people were quite surprised by that collab, actually, especially like people that know my music, and then heard I was collabing with like a guy from South Africa. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. It's like, it is a pretty cool track. I'm pleased with it, man. It's turned out well. If I can skip to the bit, and I'm just looking for the thing on here. Hang on. There we go. Look, we can hear Mondley here. Yeah. Yeah, another more serious track, just about how money works in the world and what's going on. But again, in terms of his like mentality about it and his vibe, it's very similar to the way I felt about money as a theme. So I think we gelled quite well on that one. Even though we obviously wasn't in the same room when we recorded it, I recorded my bit, sent it to Mondley, he recorded his bit, sent it back, but it come out really nice. So that's that one. Then, hang on, I've lost the thing, bear with me, because I'm going to have to move this for a minute. Hang on, laptop, playing games, there we go. I'm going to pop that back exactly as it was. Right, goes into a track called The Executioner, another example of me using the vocoder on a track. Pretty mellow. I like the beat on this one. Skip through the bit. Since the playground, for my big ones I'll always stay down. Just like this, and the hook as well. There you go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just like the vibe on this one. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, enjoyed that track. The next one, Women with Agendas, that's probably the most controversial track on the album. Because it kind of has an anti-feminist vibe about it. I nearly didn't include it because I wasn't sure if it fitted, but it kind of goes with the tracks after it, and in more of a sort of political vein. And it kind of comes from me having watched stuff like 21 Convention and read Rational Mail books and things like that, and just I had a lot of ideas about this sort of topic in my head, and it just all poured out onto this track. So that's how I explain this track for all of you feminists out there. I'm not trying to lose fans, I'm just sharing something that I felt, real about when I wrote it. So there you go, that's that one. Then State of the Union Address opens with a intro from my buddy, my collaborator, K-Fly. See, K-Fly was kind of in the dark on this album because I didn't really let him know what was coming up. I wanted him not to hear every step of the process, so I just wanted him to hear it when it was done. So I let him hear a handful of tracks at the beginning, and then I kind of kept him in the dark about it. Even this, I sent him the text of the lyrics of what I wanted him to say, and then I was like, can you just say this and send it back to me, and then I put it in the track. So he finally heard it when the album was finished. And this is like, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek track, but it's me sort of like, almost like standing on the podium, like if I had, putting my sort of political side across and my views about it, and all of that. So that's what State of the Union Address is. Agenda 2030, a lot of this comes from my studying of David Icke's work, and watching various stuff about what's going on sort of behind the scenes in the world through different speakers on YouTube about what's going on in the government and things. A lot of it's from David Attenborough, to be fair. But yeah, man, I just had a lot. Again, there's another track, a bit like with Women with Genders, where I had a lot of this information going in my head and it kind of needed somewhere to go, so I just splurged it all out into these 3 verses in this track. If you listen to it, I mean, some of it might sound a bit militant, particularly the 3rd verse, but it's just the way it came out, man. It's just the vibe I was on when I wrote this track. So that's all I can say about that. It's just the way I felt about it and just what I wanted to do with this track. And I'm pleased with it. I think it's one of the better ones on the album, actually, this track, so I'm pleased with it. Agenda 2030. And again, using that vocoder for the hook, which is a new thing on this album that I never used to do, so that turned out quite well. Goes into the power lies within. The reason I like this track so much, not just because it's got such a chilled instrumental, and I didn't double up the vocals on this one either, I just went just straight with that one line of vocal because I just wanted to get right to the friggin' point. But I like the hook on this as well, that sort of sung mellow chorus line. But no, the reason I was going to say I like this one is because it kind of, if you listen to Women with Agendas, then State of the Union Address, Agenda 2030, this song kind of clarifies all of the previous 3 into one bundle and about like, this is the message I'm putting across in this album, and it sums it all up, so I liked that about it. And talks about how it's been 5 years since I put out Soul Love and like the difference between then and now. You know, then I was on a totally spiritual tip. I don't feel like I've lost that totally, and I don't want to lose that. I'll always have that part of me, but it's gone a lot more sort of like politicised sort of this album. It's just the way it's ended up. But yeah, man. And then This Is the End. Another really mellow one. Again, it's like a summation of what's gone before. I like this as well. If you know me, you know my music, you know I love my mellow stuff and my mellow hip hop, and this is just like a great example of that. This is the kind of track I like making, just this mellow, serious lyrics, like real cut to the heart of me, who I am lyrics, especially in the 2nd verse. I mean, it's as honest as I can probably be, you know, talking about like my past and feeling stuff. But yeah, This Is the End. It feels real to me, and I love it. I like this one. And then I just put on the end, I mean, I put them as bonus tracks because I wasn't sure we were about to put them in the album. Originally, I was going to have these last 2 before This Is the End, and then make This Is the End the real end of the album, but I wasn't sure where to stick this. The Blue Vapor was actually the first song I wrote for this album. It came off of the back of the last album I did with K-Fly, which was 2020 Endgame, and it nearly went on that, but I held back and ended up putting it on this, but it's ended up as a bonus track. And this really was my first experiment with the vocoder and how to use it in a track. I like the beat as well, really chilled out beat. But again, it's kind of it's not as serious as the rest of the album, it's more of a sort of laid back, talking about, you know, just, you know, like driving along. Oops, right there, doing a video. Just saying that was the wife peeping in. But yeah, just more chilled out vibe kind of song. Again, it's more in the vein of like that sort of more kind of like gangsterish kind of vibe, which is why this hook coming up is like it is. It's like it's not as serious as the other songs, and I didn't know what to do with that hook, and I didn't really have lyrics for it, but I just had that vocal thing that I'm doing there, just like it just sounded right, so I just did it. And yeah, I like the way it come out, man. To me, it's a cool track. Just a really chilled out, like smoke a J, fucking have a beer, chill out kind of track. A lot of my stuff's like that. And I mean, this album's been more of a serious tangent, and I put some more serious ideas across. But I mean, 2020 Endgame was just an album to fucking smoke and chill to. That was pretty much the theme of the whole album, with some serious sort of, but more spiritual kind of stuff in there as well, which is more what I'm normally about. This album, if anything, has been a step away from the norm, just because I wanted to take it in a different direction. But yeah, man, I do like the feel of this song though. So let's get that. And then the very last one, Radio Silence. I did like this one, man. Just a little, it's only over a minute long. Just a little end piece. Again, using the vocoder. Again, this is one of the earlier tracks that I did, because I was starting to muck about with the vocoder. and it's kind of just in the mind space of like when you feel like you're disconnected from the rest of the world and you want to be, you know, chatting to your friends and stuff, but you don't always feel like calling people up, and you feel like sometimes if you don't reach out, no one's going to reach back out to you, so you just feel disconnected, and that's what this track was about. I mean, at the end of it, you know, like I say, like I'm hanging on the phone waiting for my homie to pick up, and he's not picking up. So I'm just like, oh fuck it, and like, you know, like blowing my brains, that kind of thing. It's an extreme metaphor, really. It's not like how I actually necessarily, you know, literally feel, but it's more like, it was more like a metaphor of how I was feeling at the time, and I like the way it come out, and I think it ends the album really nice. I was just kind of now with that bit. I hang up the phone like screw it, click bang. It's just like, yeah, man. You just see like my body dropping the phone like like slowing down at the end. But yeah, that is The Masterpiece in a nutshell. But yeah, if you haven't listened to it yet, please go give it a listen. It's on YouTube now. I literally uploaded it yesterday to YouTube using this Wondershare video creator thing that I downloaded. I've used it for other albums and it's worked well. It's been up on SoundCloud since May the 1st. I previously put up the track I did with Mondeley first. Then Mind Prison went up, and Moonlight Serenade as sort of precursors to the album coming out, just give people a taste of what was coming. But obviously not entirely what was coming, because some of them weren't the most political tracks that are on the album. But yeah, man, so that is my thesis of The Masterpiece, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. I don't know when I'm next going to be doing a rap album, because once this lockdown is over, I want to start focusing on my band, Kilnstone, that I started in January. And hopefully we're going to be recording some rock type stuff in the near future. But for the rap thing, I mean, this is the album that I'm giving to you for now, people. So see what you make of it. Hopefully you dig it. If you don't, that's fine. Just move along, play something else. But if you do dig it, then yeah, that's good. And I'm happy that I've put something out there people can enjoy. You know, that's the reason I do it. One, it's therapy for me, but two, it's to share the music with people and let other people hear it and vibe off it too, and have that two-way communication going. But so far I've had decent feedback on it, some really nice feedback on it actually, like really positive things people have been saying to me. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a little video just talking about it, just so you get a little bit of background from me rather than me just putting the music out, because I know Twitter sometimes it's a little bit, you know, you see the odd tweet but you don't really know who's behind the music sometimes. So just putting this out there. It's coming up for 18 minutes there. I think we'll leave it there. Thank you very much.